Hey, what is up guys? Semo here bringing y'all some drawing videos. In today's video, we're going to be using Milo markers. Here you guys go. This is the top of the box, obviously, and then this is inside of the box. As you can see, we got the 24 sets of colors, and these are the Pro, so these come with a brush nib, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's ones that don't come with a brush nib. So this is my little review type, just checking out the Milos. If you've seen some of my TikToks, you know that I have been using these with the Ohuhus. So just because I kind of don't want to waste the Copics quite yet, and plus, you know, these are actually not that bad. They're inexpensive, and they're really good. So for a 24 pack, I believe it was $25, which is about a couple cents each marker. It's pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you guys swatches that I did. Surprisingly, I don't have those ready for you guys. Hopefully this is the book. Because if it's not, I'm gonna be, yep, it's not this book. It's actually this book. So, as you can see, we already did the swatches for them. It's pretty cool. Very wide set of colors. I wish they would have added maybe a little bit more purples, and maybe just more purples. Because pinks, they probably have that around covered. They have reds. Okay, maybe a little bit more pinks as well. Maybe like some oranges. I think maybe they have like 2 of each so far, for the most part. Oh, they added, okay, there you go. They added a little too many greens, in my opinion. The grays are fine. Too many like dark colors, or the grays are not fine, because this color right here, the BG5, which is blue green 5, I believe, that's not really blue green. I'm not sure if the camera can pick that up, but it's not really blue green, like a grayish color. I mean, it kind of is blue green, but also, I don't know, it was just not something that suited me personally, you know. So I think that adding more gray, like adding a gray, maybe 1 or 2 extra grays, or maybe no, because I think these 2 are grays. Maybe extra blues. Like, I think the blues are probably the ones that they're missing, like a really good blue. So yeah. So let's just hop right into it. Oh shoot! Crap. Okay, here we go. So this paper is very shitty. At least for this, you know, shitty. But it's actually pretty good in general. I'm gonna show you a piece that I made with the Milo so far. Like, you can see, I did some graffiti with it. Came out pretty nice. I like it. So yeah, let's hop right into it. Do some sketch work with it. We're gonna sketch a skull, obviously. That's our forte. And we're gonna kind of do a little. We're gonna use a little variety of colors here. So I would say that these colors are more kind of a plateau set. I don't think there's no real basic colors in here. They're just colors that are kind of secondary colors, if you would say. But that doesn't distinguish how good the actual color sets are. Another thing that's kind of a big deal for me personally right now is this shit does not look like this color, obviously. So with these markers, you really have to make sure you swatch them, because they are not going to look anything like the color you think they are. I've been using these colors for a while now, and they're still nowhere near as, like, every time I pick out a color, I'm just like, wow, this is nothing to what I wanted. Now, I am coloring this in without sketching anything, so, you know, advice, sketch before you start drawing with these. Makes it easier. But if you don't, then it's perfectly okay. This will probably be made into a TikTok after I edit it and post it. Yeah, try to use a little bit better paper as well. Like, I use this paper because, you know, I don't feel like using more expensive paper. But if you're going to be using these as project pencils or project markers or something like that, my advice is to use better paper. Like, really, really good paper, not like something that I'm using now. Just because there's paper out there that is way better than this for markers, you know. Now, if you take these sketches, like, you know, slowly, they will come out a lot better than what you may initially think they come out with. So just take your time, no rushing. I'm rushing just because, I mean, I honestly don't know why I'm rushing. I'm just a really rushy person, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you guys can follow me on some of my other social medias. I have a Tumblr, a Pinterest, a lot of other things, a Twitter, obviously, Instagram, and I post a lot on all of them. So if you guys, you know, want to follow, go ahead. I'll probably post on every single one of them like once a day. Some of the things are the exact same as the other ones, and some of them are completely not. So you might end up seeing, if you have a choice, you might end up seeing something a little better on one of them that you didn't necessarily see on another. I haven't been blending with it, as you can see, but that's because I'm not really a blending type of person. But the layering with these markers are pretty good, if I don't say so much. If I do say so myself, like, they're actually, like, I wouldn't say these are on par with Copics, but for what I'm using them for, I would say yeah. Like, if you want to just doodle and you don't want to waste markers or anything like that, then, or waste ink or something like that, then these are it. But if you're just like, I have to use my supplies and stuff like that, then go ahead. These are not for you in the long run, but they're not bad either. Probably one of my favorite alternatives so far. This and Ohuhu, which I'll do an Ohuhu review, not a review, but you know, same thing I'm doing here, just a product kind of review. And it's funny because I actually don't see a lot of people giving me crap on why I draw sideways, which is really, really funny, because if you guys don't notice, I draw sideways. I don't draw like most people do, for the most part. Okay, so, you know, like I said, the layering's pretty good. Everything's just set. For the grays, like, so we have cool gray and we have blue gray. So we did incorporate We have warm gray. Like, I think they incorporated a little bit too many grays when the set itself is already like, oh, there you go, warm colors. They're not really cold colors. I think most of the colors in here are all cool. I wouldn't say all of them, obviously, because, I mean, not all of them are warm, I meant to say. Because obviously there's cool gray here. But the colors feel a lot warmer than you would initially think. Alright, so that's the sketch for this YouTube video. I know it was pretty short. Sorry, I know you guys can hear that actually. Just trying to clean up my workspace. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. Sorry, like I said, that it wasn't as long as you guys would have hoped. So that's false alarm. I actually didn't even talk about the Milos that yet. They're really good actually. I think that if you want a cheaper alternative and you don't want to go with Ohuhus because whatever reason, maybe they're just too generic for you, maybe you're worried that they're not going to live up to the hype, I will get to the Ohuhus when I do. But if you're looking for something like maybe different, then the Milos is probably a good secondary marker to pick up. If you want to pick up both, then I would highly advise to pick up both the Ohuhus, the cheapest version of the Ohuhus, and the Milos, the Milos, whatever you call them, just because the color variety, the way they accent one another is really A1 stuff. I enjoy it. My art enjoys it. It's pretty cool. And that's about it. Do I think these are better than the Copics? No. But if you want to draw sketches on cheap paper like this, and you want to color them, and you want to basically use cheap paper to create good art, and colored art, I would highly advise picking up a set of cheap markers such as, like I said, the Ohuhus or the Milos, where you can basically waste all the ink you want and not have to worry about spending, a whole bunch of money on expensive markers. For instance, I only use my Copics for like good real projects on good paper that the paper is not going to necessarily paper is just gonna stand with the marker. It's not gonna get these brush strokes and it's not gonna start feathering here, but that's not due to the markers feathering, that's actually just the paper feathering. So that was a whole thing about picking paper. For me, these cheap markers, I only use them because they are cheap and they're good to just waste and create good things out of them. But they're still pretty awesome if I do decide to create a real good image using, I have created some good images in here, don't get it twisted, and some of them are being posted, and it shows how far these markers will go even on shitty paper. In my opinion, they're probably close, like these markers are probably close as Ohuhu is to the Copics in my personal opinion. Maybe the brush nib isn't, but the ink and the overall feel of it is pretty damn close, and I really like them. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, sorry, try again Friday or Monday, sorry, and hope you guys enjoy. See you guys Monday. Peace out.